We're going to talk about what makes marriages successful with Jen Lee.
I'm Jennifer.
I'm Levi.
Jen Lee.
Jen Lee.
Jen Lee, as known as AKA Jen Lee. We've been married going on 12 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 12 years.
But all together, we've known each other for 14.
Mm-hmm. And we have two beautiful kids. Rashawn, who is 23, and 23?
23.
23, wow. 23, and Kayla, who is 16, about to be 17 years old.
What makes your marriage successful?
I think, for me anyways, I think two things really: understanding and communication. And, they kind of go hand in hand. The better you understand your spouse, the better you communicate with them, right? So there's no sense of understanding who that person is, what they're going through, how they may feel about certain things. It's hard to communicate to that person, or it's hard just to get that communication in general to work. And I think it also takes a little bit of sacrificing from one another to create that space to understand the other person.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Communication it's real. Without communication in marriage, it's not going to work. Mm-hmm. Communication as a whole, my husband communicates differently than what I do. And it's the patience that ties up into that. Communication is, as Levi said, is very important. Understanding each other. First, understanding yourself. Levi understanding himself, and then coming together as one. Just coming together as one with communication. And respecting each other, what each other has to say.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you say respect what each other has to say, what do you mean by that?
Because let's say we get into a heated disagreement or even a heated dialogue, whatever, however you phrase it. I could be upset at the time, and my being upset, I might not receive what he's saying to me. And everything that he's saying to me could be truth, but because I'm in my feelings or in my emotions, I'm not receiving it. So I had to come through maturity, I think through marriage, through 12 years of being married, I had to put my feelings back and really understand what he's trying to tell me. And knowing that through the heated argument, whatever, my husband still loves me. Even though we might combat each other sometimes, if I have come to the forefront that my husband loves me, then whatever he says, I have to respect that. And he has to respect what I say.
Hey, you know what a great tool that Jen and I use a lot? It's called fact versus fiction. Like, a lot of times, what we've learned to do is we got to, really listen to our dialogue. If I say, well, Jen, I felt like I didn't like how you said that. It had me feel a certain type of way. That's my feelings. The fact is, did you wash the dishes? No. I said to her I was going to wash the dishes.
But you did.
But if she says it in such a way where it's like, well, I feel like you didn't have to say it to me that way. The fact is, I still said I was going to wash the dishes. There's a difference between what the actual fact is, truth, my wife's got my best interests at heart, versus am I really in my feelings? And I think that helps us to better gauge, where we are in the realm of being able to respect what we say to each other.
So it sounds like you guys are saying that negative feelings or feelings in general has to be removed, which will help foster better communication.
I think absolutely, but sometimes with the negative feelings, depending on what situation that you're dealing with at the time, sometimes you have to go to a different room or go to your quiet place or take a walk and then come back together again. Everybody's different. I think through the 12 years of me and Levi's marriage that we're starting to learn each other very well. And instead of me flying off by my mouth, I'm learning how to calmly express the way I'm feeling and to respect what he's saying. So we come together as one to come to the same
conclusion,
correct.
Basically. And you know what else too? Just being like a husband in general or a guy in general, I don't know if every husband feels the same way, but the one thing I've also had to learn is that I also cannot devalue how she's feeling. Like, it's unfair for me to be like, I don't know why you're feeling that way. Well, guess what? I got feelings too. We all have feelings. So one thing I've had to learn in that is I can't really make her feel how she feels. Even if I don't agree with it, or even if she doesn't agree with how I'm feeling, at the end of the day, everybody has feelings. And the communication, the respect, the understanding, all these different things we've learned over the years has helped us to value that other person's feelings as well, without just completely disregarding that they have them. You know what I mean?
Correct.
Throughout the interview, you guys have been looking at each other with a sense of love in your eyes. Should I turn the camera off and leave?
Oh, no, you're good right now.
So we're going to play this game, all right?
Okay, that's fine.
The way the game works, I'm going to ask you some questions, and you're going to answer the questions by pointing at yourself or your spouse.
Okay.
But you guys have to have your eyes closed.
Okay.
All right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Who is the better... Oh, you forgot to close your eyes.
Do we close them now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Ready? Who is the better driver? Who is the better cook? Who can do the most push-ups? Who is more adventurous? Who is more likely to get injured? Who spends the most money? Who is better at technology? Which one of you made the first move? Which one of you are more likely to show public displays of affection? All right, which one is more likely to do the dishes? Which one is more likely to do the laundry? Which one of you expresses love more frequently? You guys can open your eyes.
Okay.
Oh, who said what? You want to know the answer?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, okay. You guys kind of answered it a little more me than the other.
Oh, wow.
It doesn't mean anything, though.
No, it doesn't.
There's no metric to this.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
I think y'all should make up, though, by giving each other a kiss.
Oh. You're sorry? Okay, I accept your sorry. Okay.
What?
What advice would you give to other couples that may help them in their marriage?
I would say just constantly look for every avenue to be open-minded. You know, just being open-minded to how the other person is feeling. But more importantly, understanding that as with each year that you're married, each year that you grow, that person is going to change. And I think what happens sometimes is that you can kind of like put that person in that box and not give them opportunities to grow further into who they're going to become. And guess what? The more she grows, the more I grow. You know what I'm saying? Vice versa. The more I grow, the more she's going to grow. So I think just really being open-minded to give your spouse room to grow in your marriage. That's so key.
I think that's great. Also, before you're married, you're an individual, correct? And God has given you gifts and his purpose for your life. A lot of times when we come together as a married couple, we lose that. But when you come together as a couple, a lot of times what helps me and to help my husband is that Holy Spirit remind me of who you created me to be and the gifts that you have birthed inside of me. That when the gifts, because sometimes when you come together, you try to still into your husband or to your wife. Oh, babe, you're this and that. But you forget who you are. You lose yourself within that individual. I think it's coming together as one, still having that the gifting that God has birthed inside of you and the purpose that God has given you, and coming together as a whole to make your marriage work.
Okay, it's good words to share. All right, we're signing off now. You guys say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
See you next time.
Peace.
Bye-bye. Adios. Shin shin.